Okay, so I've highlighted some colors here to make it obvious which vector is which, and we need to also remember the direction of the vector. So for example, C to B is vector A, the O to A vector over here, but B to C is minus that. Okay, so we're going to look at O to B here. Okay, and thinking about our vector addition, so O to A plus A to B. And that is, so pink is at A, and what was it? A to B is a green, which is C. What's happening here? All right, and so let's go to part B. So part B is O to F, and that's equal to, go along O to C and then C to F. So O to C and then C to F, not F to C. So O to C is a green one, which is C, and C to F is a yellow one, which is G. All right, and let's have a look at part C. Part C is G to D. So G to D, okay, so we're not starting with the origin here, and our other ones have done it, but having said that, you should be able to see that it really is just, so you can do that like funky little subtraction things, but we're not going to do that now. So we're just going to go from G to D, and that is A. Okay, it's just another one of the pink ones. But some people might think about doing it, say, O to G, or O to D minus O to G, but we'll speak about that later in the next example. Example D. All I said meant was D. GB, Great Britain, no. All right, so that equals G to B. We're going to go along, G to O, yeah, so G to O. Now remember, G to O is the same as minus O to G, okay? But at this point in time, I'm just going to look at our journey. So from here, then we can go from O to A, and A to B. Okay, and that will get us there. Now, the other thing to remember is, so G to O is actually equal to minus O to G plus O to A plus obviously A to B. We haven't changed at all. And so that is minus G plus A plus C. Minus, what was O to G? G minus G, and OA plus B we've already done over here. It's A plus C. So minus G plus A plus C, and the last one is B, and that is F to A. All right, let's have a look what F to A is. So what have we got? So for F to A, we are going to go F to G. There's lots of ways to go here, of course, but and I'm not going to do the extra line there again this time around. That was just a one-off for you guys to see. Make sure you're comfortable with that. But you should know by now it is just a negative. All right, so we're going to go F to G, G to D, and F to G. Oh, let's go F to G, G to O. Okay, which is obviously minus O to G, and O to A. So we've obviously gone F to G, and then G to O, and then O to A is the same as F to A. And that equals something. So we got minus, which was green, C, minus C, plus minus G, so minus, plus or minus, huh? Minus G, and the other one was A. Minus G, plus A. Okay, so yeah, just move backwards and forwards as needed, but a cuboid means it all goes together in such and such a way. All right, example 5. Let's have a go at that one. Now, the thing to remember, of course, by definition, a midpoint is halfway. So I think we've got a few questions we have to answer what the midpoint is. That's what they're all marked in here for. So we're given, which color should we use? So A for green, there's O to A. Don't forget direction is important, okay? Direction is just as important. B is O to B. Yeah, that can have pink. So O to B is the pink one. And yellow is O to C. So the point being about the midpoints is that, so C here, half of C is O to N, okay? By definition, they're halfway. So, and we'll use that fact quite a lot in this question. So A to C. So for this one here, you need to remember we don't actually have a vector from here to here, but if I was to think of O to C could also be written as, so let's just remember, A to C is equal to, let's write this out a slightly different way, right? So we're looking for, let's say we're looking for A to C, but little side fact is that O to C can also be rewritten as O to A plus A to C. All right? And if I subtract my O to A from both sides, I end up with AC is equal to OC minus OA. So I've subtracted OA from both sides. I've just switched sides and where they would be. Hopefully you can see that. So I've just reduced it to vectors we do have now. So O to C is C, and O to A is A. All right, and that's done. B, and this is a very important fact. I had a look at this question before. What we're coming up with now, we're going to talk about in class, okay? So, O to M is equal to, so we're going to go from O to A plus halfway of O to C, okay? So it's equal to O A plus a half of A to C. So obviously that's why they gave us the questions this order, because we've already worked out A to C, but O to A, sorry, is A. And we're going to get a half of, let's put in brackets, don't forget it's distributive, of C minus A. Okay, and that will mean that, so we've got A plus a half of C minus half of C is equal to a half of A plus C. Okay, so I want you to notice here we've got the midpoint between A and C, and it's equal to a half of AC when we're talking about points from the origin. Okay, let's think about what that means down the track. It's actually a really important fact. It will save you a lot of time, just like a lot like an average. Okay, I'll stop saying okay. Okay, C to N. So C to N is O to C. Well, actually, I can look at that as a C to N is equal to a half of C to O, which is minus O to C. So that equals minus a half times C. All right, and D. Sorry, this is taking a while, peoples. It's that this pen is just not good at the moment. Okay, so M to N, and I'm not sure what to do about it. M to N equals, okay, so we can go from O to M. No, let's go from M to C. And C to N. So let's get rid of that thing. So it's equal to M to C plus C to N. And I don't know if I've got the components built up for that. There's another way of doing this. I could say O to N minus O to M, can't I? Because from here to here, yeah, just by the same fact that, let's remember this one. So if I was going to say M to N over here, so I've got my M, M, and I have an N over here, and we've got this third point O. Okay, so M to N is equal to, well, no, how do I write this? I did it before with the other shape. The A to C, right? So O to N can equal this plus that. So that's what this equals. So this equals that. So if O to N equals O to m plus m to n, then subtracting the O to m across, okay, equals, so this means this equals, get rid of that, O to n minus O to m, and so we've already done these already, haven't we? So no, we haven't done O to n. So O to n though is equal to, well, that's a half of c, and O to m is over here. So we got half of c minus a half of a plus c. Alright, so we just end up with so we've got half of c and then minus a half of c, so they disappear, and we're left with minus a half of a. Did not expect that. Let's have a look at it. So that's a. And what are we looking at? M to n. Wow. So that, and so half of it will be from here to here. So this half here. Oh yeah. Okay, that's excellent. All right, so there's that one done, and I think we've got one more to go. I wonder if you're still here. E equals m, well, m to p. So m goes to p. So once again, let's use this other fact, right, that I've memorized now. Gonna work for me, thank you. So m to p equals so m to n equals O equals, so it would be the origin to p minus the origin to m. Okay, so we've already worked out the origin to m, and the origin to p is half of b. So m to p, so O to p is equal to a half of b, and O to m is that, so minus a half is minus m. It was a plus c. Let's not forget our little vector squiggles. So that equals a half of b minus a minus c. Squiggle, squiggle, squiggle. Done. All right. So the thing I had to stop and do quite a few times there was try and figure out this idea, okay? So starting at a point that's not the origin and going to another one when all of our vectors that we understand are coming, that we've given already, are coming from the origin, okay? So what I do is it's equal from, what I should have done and what I should do quickly from now on is m to n is equal to the origin to n, subtract the origin to origin to m, okay? So in other words, the origin to the second letter minus the origin to the first letter. All right, I'll remind you of that in the larger video. Oh my God, that was 20 minutes.